Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to the Mixer, and on today's episode of the Mixer, I'm gonna be doing another one of those little player profile thingies, those videos where I talk about a specific athlete, and give him a lot of spotlight here in my channel because they definitely need that here, they definitely need my channel, my views to become famous, I'm really making these players blow up on the internet, it's all good. Wearing my basketball jersey today, it's Purdue 1, it's my traditional, I think I wore this same jersey when I did the video talking about Michael Jordan. I'm gonna leave a link to it right up here, and today I've been playing some NBA 2K21 lately, so I've been doing some really classic gameplays with the teams from back in the days, from way back in the 60s, and I'm gonna conclude in like the early 2000s. But today's player is one that's a little bit more modern, he's actually still active today in the NBA, and he is considered to be one of the greatest shooters in NBA history, and that is the one and only Wardo Stephen Curry II. Also known as just Steph Curry, in the words of many, but just call him Steph, or I call him the soup man, because Curry, Curry is like a soup, it's like the thing. But anyway, guys, so here's the thing. I want to talk a little bit about Curry because I actually do agree with what people say that he is the best shooter ever, because when it comes right down to it, this kid is a monster, and he revolutionized the NBA, the sport itself of basketball, the game, because he kind of inspired, he motivated teams, he pushed them more to take more advantage of the three-point line, so because of him, it's much more common for you to shoot threes in the NBA today. It's not that he was the only three-point shooter out there, but he definitely did revolutionize it to a degree that nobody else had before, Just to give you guys an idea, Steph Curry scored more three-pointers in a single NBA season than Larry Bird did in his entire career, if I'm not mistaken. I actually think it was 2 seasons. I think it took him 2 seasons more or less. Feel free to fact check me on this, by the way, but I'm pretty sure he scored more three-pointers in 2 seasons as a professional than Larry Bird did in his entire career, and Larry Bird was a prominent three-point shooter, man. You guys should know that if you watch me actually play with him on the NBA 2K21 and play this. I scored so many three-pointers. But here's the thing. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Steph, give you a little bit of information on him right now before I actually get into the actual video talking more about him in general, But here's the thing. I'm going to tell you a little bit about his accomplishments, what he did, and he was drafted to the NBA in 2009, the first round pick overall by the Golden State Warriors, where he is still playing today. He has won the NBA championship 3 times, so he has 3 rings, okay? He was twice voted the NBA MVP. Okay, he is a 7-time NBA All-Star. He is a 4-time All-NBA first team, a 2-time All-NBA second team, and All-NBA third team. He was elected once, and a 2-time NBA scoring champion. No surprise there, the guy scores 3-pointers every game, right? He was the NBA steals leader in 2016, and he joined the 50-40-90 club in the same year. I'm going to explain what that is later. And he's a 2-time NBA three-point contest champion, so you can imagine how good he is there. He was the NBA All-Rookie first team. He also won that, okay, I'm going to skip these because they're just kind of dumb. He was the NCAA season leading scorer 2009. In case you guys don't know, the NCAA is the college basketball league, where he played before going pro with the Golden State Warriors. And a 2-time SoCon Player of the Year. I don't even know what that is, but probably something in the youth team. And also a 3-time first team All-SoCon. Okay, that's just way too out there. And aside from that, he won the FIBA World Cup. FIBA is the basketball World Cup, twice in 2010 in Turkey and in 2014 in Spain, So my man, the soup boy.
A member of the Toronto Raptors from 1999 through 2002. This is back in the day, Steph Curry.
I remember these days way back.
I mean, just being imaginative, right? Using your imagination. And
it was hysterical to sit here and watch these kids before the games.
Okay, so before I continue, let me explain a little bit more of how the 50, 40, 90 thing works, It's basically when a player in a given NBA season reaches a 90% field goal percentage, a 40% three-point field goal percentage, and a 90% free throw percentage, So this is actually really complicated to do. It sounds pretty easy when you're a pro player, but it's actually much more complicated. And the most recent one was Kyrie Irving back in the last season, I believe. I do believe it was the The 2021 season, the last season now, that I think the Lakers were champions in the NBA. So basically, this is what Curry did back in 2016, which is not a surprise because he is a prominent free throw shooter, and he actually led the NCAA as the top scorer in free throws made, and also in the regular NBA. So ever since he was a kid, man, he was really good at shooting threes, and I don't know how, because I mean, dude, try to think about it, because shooting a 3-point shot is not easy. You have to get everything perfectly right. The balance, the angle, the trajectory, the strength, the power that you're going to put on the ball. And he actually launched a master class some time ago, talking about how this works and how exactly you can pull off a perfect 3-point shot. But even so, it's tough. It's hard for me in NBA unless I have the right player. Sometimes I like to play as the Golden State Warriors because I always score 3-pointers with Curry. It's like I don't know, every 10 3-point attempts I score like 8, so it's actually really easy with him. And a few more tidbits of info here for you guys. He's actually the son of former NBA player Del Curry and the older brother of the current NBA player Seth. Seth plays for I forgot. I have to look it up here. I forgot where he plays. Philadelphia 76ers. He actually plays for them right now. And aside from all of those individual accolades that Curry has won, a few more a few more random tips here. So here's the thing. He won his first MVP and the first championship in 2014-2015, which is the first time ever since 1975. And the season after that, he became the first player in NBA history to be elected MVP by a unanimous vote, and also to lead the league in scoring while shooting above, like I said, 50, 40, 90, okay? And then the Warriors broke, that same year, by the way, they broke the record for the most wins in an NBA season on the way to reaching the 2016 finals, which they did lose to the Cavaliers, but then again, they had LeBron James, so it's kind of like kind of unfair, I like Curry, but dude, LeBron was a beast back then, dude. You cannot, in case you guys didn't see there's a video of mine talking about LeBron James, the same little thing that I'm doing here with Curry, but with LeBron I did there, with different statistics and whatnot, And then here's the thing. He actually helped them return to the NBA Finals, back-to-back in 2017, 18, and 19. And he actually won with them back-to-back in 2017 and 2018. But then they were defeated by the Toronto Raptors in 2019, all right? Now, a few more tidbits here. During the 2012-13 season, he set the NBA record for three-pointers made in a regular season with 272, okay? That's pretty impressive, but in 2015, just a few seasons later, he surpassed his own record with 286 three-pointers. Okay, and then you think, okay, well, that's pretty impressive, yeah. Except the year after that, he did it again. He surpassed it, but this time the mofo scored 402 three-pointers. How do you go from 286 to 402, man? That's crazy. You're like scoring a handful of three-pointers per game, man, He establishes records and he surpasses his own records, And right now, he's currently second in all time, for three-pointers made in NBA history. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. And there's something else there, but the point is that Curry is a monster from three-point range.
There's not more here. They get the good defense and Curry at the other end. He drops the sledgehammer.
Yeti sighting here in Oracle Arena. Steph Curry with the flush in open court. And the reaction from the bench says it all.
Okay, so a little bit more about Curry himself. Now, here's the thing. He is essentially a pipsqueak, He's actually really small. He's 6'3" and weighs 185 pounds, And he plays in the point guard position, A point guard is a very specialized role in basketball because they are responsible for running the team's offense and trying to get the ball to the other player so they can open up and shoot, So they're trying to control the area that they're playing in, to try and see if they can open up space for the shooters. Now, Curry is a little different because he is the shooter, So if you're playing with him on your team, you're always going to want him to get open to shoot the ball, especially from three-point range. But even though he's small, because NBA players are usually these guys are pushing 6'5", 6'7", So Curry isn't exactly the tallest player out there. But then again, he's not exactly Muggsy Buse as well, He's not that small, Man, Muggsy. Muggsy is like a little child running around the court, man, when he played. But the thing with Curry is that he's really good at opening up space and taking shots from the outside of the paint, you know? So because of this, it's really hard for you to get a grip on him. It's really hard for you to grasp him when you're trying to mark him, you know? And even if you can successfully mark him, you know, you're going to make it, he's going to draw a foul, score the three-pointer, then have 3 different free throws to make, you know? And he is a pretty good free throw shooter, which is to be expected, but I think that Curry is the one player who shoots better from 3-point range than free throw range, you know? Which is very unsurprising, you know, it's to be expected. You know, the kid is a freaking monster from far away. Now, ever since his college ball days, he played for I think let me just check right here. I forgot completely. Davidson, you know. High school he played for Charlotte Christian, then later Davidson, until he was drafted by the Warriors. And I think that even back in the day, he was a force to be reckoned with. You know, a little pipsqueak, a skinny little kid running around scoring 3-pointers. You know, I mean, you kind of really knew he had a future in the NBA. And right now, at the time of me recording this video, he is sitting on a career total of 18,434 points, you know, and you have to take into consideration that many of those are 3-pointers, you know. So you can take, for example, Michael Jordan with his 32,000, you know, and LeBron James with, I think, 36,000 or so, and Kareem with his 38,000, you know. But how many of those were 3-pointers? How many of those were from 3-point range, man? 18,000 points, and a lot of them being 3-pointers is really impressive, you know? And he's 33. So let's say that he plays maybe until he's 40 or something. You know, he might score many more. But maybe the position he plays in, you know, or just the way he does, maybe won't even allow him to score that many points, you know? But I do think that you have to be really careful when you're running a defense around Curry, you know? Because if you don't, then he's gonna get on the inside and the outside and score the 3-pointer. I'm trying to look at his something else here that I was gonna say. He plays for number 30 in his number 30 jersey, so there is a chance that once he retires, that jersey will be retired in the Warriors, you know. I'm pretty sure he's going to stay his whole career in the Warriors. It's really common in the NBA and basketball for a player to spend his entire career just one team, you know. So, I mean, Kobe did it with the Lakers, you know, and I think Michael Jordan did it with the Chicago Bulls, if you don't count his little stint for the Washington Wizards when he came out of retirement again. Bill Russell, I think, played his entire career with the Celtics, Larry Bird as well. So it's very common for a player to play, you know. Tim Duncan played in the San Antonio Spurs the entire career, so it's very common. It's very common. So I think he will definitely retire after a few more years, you know. And I mean, it's really hard for you to think about a player who shoots the way Curry does, man. It's really hard because nobody even I don't think anybody even tries as much as he does from 3-point range, you know.
Steph springs free. Another three. Saul trying to bother him. Between the legs. Curry 3. Yes, sir. He's a tough competitor. Tough. Steph 3.
So, getting to the final stretch here of this little player profile, about Steph Curry being the greatest shooter in NBA history. Do I think so? Yes. It is my honest opinion that he is the greatest shooter ever, simply because he almost never misses, you know. I actually did watch a game live some time ago before the playoffs when there was still NBA going on every day, you know. I forgot who it was. I think it was the Warriors against my team, the Lakers, or another team altogether, you know. And he was shooting 3-pointer after 3-pointer after the second or third quarter, man, you know. So he was putting up a lot of really impressive numbers. So the guy shoots more easily than I do in NBA 2K, you know. So that's really saying something. So when you combine all of the best shooters before him way back in the day, you know, you see that he still comes out on top, you know. Now, there is a channel called Nonstop Sports that you guys can go check out where they talk about NBA a lot, you know. They do a lot of basketball related content, and I think that it's really interesting for you guys to see. I won't remember the actual video now. Maybe it was something related to NBA records, you know, but you guys can find it if you look on that channel, you know. A video where he actually did something about Curry as well, you know, getting into the player profile as well, and statistics in his career back then, you know, how many 3-pointers he shot. So it's really hard for somebody to catch up to Curry, you know, not just points overall, but how many 3-pointers he scored, you know. I don't even know how many 3-pointers he did score in his career. There's probably somebody counting this crap, you know. I'm gonna find out later. But if you happen to like basketball, you know, then give your opinion down below, comment and tell me if you think he is the greatest shooter ever. I definitely consider him to be without a doubt, you know. I used to think Larry Bird was the greatest, then I found out about Steph Curry, you know, so it's pretty good. You could say that Steph Curry is kind of like a modern day Larry Bird in a sense, you know, and yeah, he really revolutionized the three-point line, man. He modernized it, and he really brings the team out, you know. He kind of incentivates other players to utilize the three-point line, you know, and but then again, nobody does it like him, you know, in my opinion, so it's all good. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. I just want to talk a little bit about Curry, you know, get into the hype because I'm playing NBA 2K21. I'm almost done with it, you know. I'm actually almost done, you know. It's bittersweet. I'm definitely gonna miss it, but then again, I also got NBA 2K22 on the horizon for y'all, so stick around for that too. But that's gonna be way down the line after I do some other sports related gameplays. But yeah, guys, if you happen to like this video, then please give it a like and subscribe to my channel because I release videos every single day, you know, and hit the notification button to know exactly what time I'm gonna be uploading because I do that completely at random, okay? And that's it for now. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the outro screen.